it looks like we are about to get a new enemy type in Helldivers 2, and the character models for the Illuminate faction have leaked online, allowing us to get a peek at what we will soon be dealing with. So let's get right into it and start with the new bug enemy type. Recently, some players have shared footage online of them being attacked by a new flying bug enemy. This doesn't happen often, as it is very rare to actually encounter these enemies, but in most of the bug missions you can see them flying in the sky above you. This is more than likely just a hint towards what is coming, as they only started appearing in the game after the Termicide mission started, and I would assume completing this mission will somehow unlock this new enemy type in the game. Now, we just completed this mission in-game about 2 hours ago, so there's a good chance we could start seeing these flying bug enemies in the game this weekend. From what I have seen online, these enemies are called Shriekers, and we have seen them in the background of a lot of Helldivers 2 promotional material. The people who have encountered these Shriekers have said they come out of spore towers and are mainly found during the egg mission type on Helldive difficulty. So if you want to get a look at them before they start appearing more frequently in the game, try running these missions until you find them. Now personally, I think it's really funny how the devs are labeling the footage of these Shriekers as propaganda and calling people who believe in these flying bugs bug sympathizers that want to brainwash good people. All of this makes me really excited to see what they do with the Illuminate faction, which we now have character models for. We haven't seen any of these models in the game yet, but I would imagine they are kind of close to being finished and we could see them in the game within the next few months. I assume they won't just release this new faction into the game, instead they will probably have a big build up for it, where we will start to see small hints towards them in the game, similar to these Shriekers. And that is a really great thing for this game, as it gives players something to look forward to, and gives them a reason to come back to the game every week to see if there's anything new. But based on what we are seeing in these character model leaks, I think this new Illuminate faction is going to be such a difficult group of enemies to deal with. If you thought the difficulty level spiked when you moved on from the bugs to the automatons, this could be even worse. At the time of making this video, we have started to see blue beams being shot at players and killing them in one shot, and the devs are once again denying all claims of any blue beams being real, so this feels like the first step to releasing the Illuminate faction. On top of all of that, we have also started to see these weird skeletons appear in the game. Now, I made a video a while back about what I thought would be coming to the game, and I briefly mentioned bosses. If you didn't play the first Helldivers game, each faction had their own master boss. The Automatons had the Siege Mech, the Illuminate had the Great Eye, and the Terminate had the Hive Lord. The skeletons that we are seeing in the game look very similar to the Hive Lord, which could be the first boss enemy type that we encounter in Helldivers 2. In my other video, I thought these master boss enemies would work great as challenging daily missions, and due to them being challenging, they could be used as a way to increase the party size, allowing you to bring more of your friends with you when you go to take them on, similar to a raid. I still think this is a great idea, but the chances of this happening are pretty low. But just imagine what something like a raid could do for Helldivers 2. It would create a big buildup of hype before the release of each raid, giving players a reason to come back to the game, and it could offer samples as a reward that you could only get from the raid. Like I said, I think it's a great idea, although they don't really need to be called raids, as I know that word kind of has a bad reputation. But I would love to know what you think about this idea. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below, and if there's enough positive brainstorming in the comments, I'll take a bunch of them and make a video specifically about the idea of raids, and maybe we could get that idea seen by somebody who can actually turn it into a reality. But that's pretty much everything that we have seen about these new flying bug enemies and the Illuminate faction. But I'm sure we'll start to see a lot more of this in the game very soon. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.